Let's do question 5a. What does it say? If f of x is equals to negative 2x squared plus 3x, determine f prime x from the first principles. So what are we doing here? We are finding the derivative of f of x from first principles. Please do not use the rules here. You have to use the first principles. So if you maybe happen to forget the formula, you go to the formula sheet and extract the formula from there. Right. So our formula is like this. Okay, so let me just write the function first. So f of x is equals to negative 2x squared plus 3x. And then we want to derive this function using the first principles. Right, so the formula is f prime x is equal to lim h approaching 0, and then f of x plus h minus f of x, okay, divided by h. This is the formula. Okay, right. So what do you do after this? So if it's giving you a problem, maybe to substitute ones, what you can do, you can find your f of x plus h separately so that it does not confuse you. Okay, so that it does not confuse you. You can write your f of x plus h separately, but it's not a must. Okay, it's not a must, right? Let's say if substituting directly into this formula is giving you problems, find your f of x plus h separately and then you substitute into the formula, okay? But it is not a must. But just to make sure that I cover everyone, let me just do that. So now let's find our f of x plus h. f of x plus h. So what do we do to find f of x plus h? Where there is what? Where there's x, we put x plus h. So it's going to be negative 2 and then x plus h. You see that? I'm replacing this x with x plus h. And then plus 3. Don't forget, where there's x, everywhere where there's x, you replace x with x plus h. So 3x plus h. You see, you can do that so that you don't make mistakes. Right, now let's substitute our f of x plus h and f of x into the formula. Right, let's go back to the formula. So it's f prime x is equals to lim h approaching 0. And then I'm going to replace here, I'm going to substitute and put this whole expression here for f of x plus h. So it's going to be negative 2, then x plus h squared plus 3x plus h, and then negative minus, right? And then I want to emphasize this. Every time you're substituting your f of x, put it inside the brackets. You put it inside the bracket. Now I'm putting this part here, negative f of x. So our f of x, this is the function. So I'm saying you put this function inside the bracket. So it's going to be negative 2x squared plus 3x. Please don't forget that. You put inside the bracket so that when you distribute the negative there, negative 1, it won't give you any problems. Done. That's the first part, right? And then we go to the second part. We can expand here, x plus h squared. We know how to expand what? Square binomials. How to square binomials. Okay, let me just do it here. Remember that x plus h squared. We are squaring this binomial. So this will give you x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Always. Okay, you're squaring a binomial. X plus y all squared, you'll give you x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. Remember that. Okay, if maybe you forget, you can do it the long way. Just say you have your two brackets, x plus h times x plus h, and then you expand in a normal way, but it's going to take you time. It take a lot of your time. So you say x plus h times x plus h, then you expand. At the end, you're going to get this x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. So now let's just replace that with this thing here. So f prime x is equals to lim. You see, the lim sign is not disappearing. It's always there. Please make sure that it does not disappear. It will only disappear when we do the substitution of 0. Right, so it becomes negative 2. And then this is x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. And then plus, let me distribute this 3 here. Distribute the 3 there. So it becomes 3x plus 3h. Right, and then let's distribute the negative here. And then distribute the negative there. It becomes plus 2x squared, because negative times negative is positive. And then negative 1 times positive 3 is going to be negative 3x there. Okay, you see that? And then all this over h. Okay, right, let's remove this square bracket here. You have to remove that. Okay, step by step, take your time, don't lose marks. And then lim h approaching 0. And then let's remove this, distribute negative 2. So it's negative 2x squared. We're disputing, and then negative 2 times positive 2xh is negative 4xh. Then negative 2 times positive h squared is negative 2h squared. Okay, and then here is just the same thing. Plus 3h plus 2x squared minus 3x. Right, and then now we have to simplify our numerator. Okay, and then usually I take this part as the part where I call it maybe checkpoint, where I'm checking my things. If my steps are correct, then everything that does not have an h must disappear. Everything that does not have an h must disappear at this point. Okay, let's just do that and see if we are going to get that. So negative 2x squared plus 2x squared is 0. So these go, because negative 2x squared plus 2x squared is 0. Okay, what else does not have an h here? Right, positive 3x or 3x minus 3x is 0. 3x minus 3x is 0. You see that? So everything that does not have an h has disappeared, has gone. So we are remaining with f prime x is equal to lim h approaching 0. And then we left with negative 4xh minus 2h squared plus 3h. Okay, right, and then we have divided by h here. Okay, right, and then what we do, what's the next step? We have to factor out h. Check the numerator there, you factor out h, so it becomes f prime x is equal to lim h approaching 0, and then we factor out h, becomes negative 4x minus 2h plus 3. Okay, divided by h. Okay, and then here we say h divided by h is 1. Okay, so we remain with that. So we have f prime x is equal to lim h approaching 0, then negative 4x minus 2h plus 3. Okay, that's what we're left with. You see that? And then now we can substitute our 0. Where there's h, we put 0. So it becomes, now the lim sign disappears. So f prime x is equal to negative 4x minus 2 times 0 plus 3. And then therefore, f prime x is equals to negative 4x plus 3. You see that? Done. You get all your 5 marks. So now you know the rules, isn't it? So now from the rules, you can see that your answer should be what here? It should be negative 4x plus 3. You can see that because using the rules, just say 2 times negative 2, which is 4. So it's going to be negative 4. And then x to the power 2 minus 1 is going to be negative 4x. And then here, there's a 1 here. So it's 1 times 3, which is 3. then and then x to the power 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0, so it remains x to the power 0 is what? Is 1, isn't it? So you remain with 3. So using the rules, you know already that your answer must be negative 4x plus 3. So you're working towards an answer. But don't what? Don't skip steps. You do step by step. That's why we are differentiating using the first principles. Okay, right. Now we are going to do our question 5b1 in the next video.